Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mark Hayes. Welcome to this edition of 5 Talk Street. Every 40 seconds, someone in America has a stroke, and it's the fourth leading cause of death for all Americans. Joining me today is Dr. Glenn Hardesty. He's an emergency medicine physician on medical staff at Texas Health Arlington Memorial Hospital and the chair of the Texas Health Resources Physician Leadership Council. Doctor, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, let's talk about the #1 preventable risk factor for stroke, and that is high blood pressure or hypertension.
Well, hypertension is one of the many risk factors that patients have. Other risk factors that lead to stroke and other diseases of the blood vessels would be diabetes and high cholesterol. Also, obesity and smoking would also be included in those risk factors.
Yeah, May is National Stroke Month, so this is a perfect time to spread awareness and a perfect time to start or kickstart yourself for a healthy lifestyle.
Yes, certainly a healthy lifestyle is the key to much of preventing the disease that is preventable. There have been some studies that suggest up to 70% of disease is preventable just by healthy lifestyles. We at Texas Health Resources are dedicated to providing the hospitals, doctors, and nurses the tools necessary to help prevent these diseases and for the patients in the communities which we're privileged to serve. Not only focusing on the acute event, but also on the prevention of these through prevention of diabetes, treatment of hypertension, treatment of obesity, smoking cessation.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the characteristics that you'll see in those risk factors. And one is having a lot of belly fat, a lot of fat around the middle. Makes you a good candidate for stroke, especially in the African American community. Yes,
certainly belly fat is one of the risk factors that makes people more susceptible to having high blood pressure and the other diabetes and the other factors that go along with having coronary and artery vessel disease.
African Americans at nearly twice the risk for stroke?
Yes, in the realm of hypertension they are. That's a very, that oftentimes it's genetic and it's something that we have to watch very carefully in our African American patients.
Okay. Mexican Americans too at a higher risk as well?
Yes, higher risk, but for different reasons. They have diabetes and obesity often lead to the vessel disease that leads to having a stroke.
Okay, so getting healthier, where do I begin at this point? Is it exercise or is it a combination of exercise and diet?
Well, I think it's a combination of all. Certainly low intensity exercise is an important thing for you to do. Also, maintaining a healthy diet, certainly avoiding the fats and the fast foods certainly contribute to your waist size. Okay. Also, smoking cessation is another big risk factor that we have in our communities that is certainly a very preventable risk of disease.
Yeah. Are you surprised at how many people are still engaging in risky behavior, considering all that we know about the prevention of diseases like stroke?
Oh, absolutely. It's surprising the number of people that still come into the emergency department and then leave to go smoke. So it's always amazing that how much lifestyle and decisions lead to their disease process.
Okay, now there's an acronym, FAST, which stands for face dropping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and time to call 911. Let's go through these symptoms of a stroke and why it's important to recognize them.
Okay.
First is face drooping rather.
Yes, facial drooping. One of the characteristics of patients when they have a stroke is drooping of the face, and it's basically the lower corners of the face, not the entire face. When you think of stroke and you think of the motor disability that goes along with that, it generally is on one side of the body or the other. Okay, it's not typically a generalized weakness, although it can be for certain rare types of strokes. But it'll be arm weakness, leg weakness. On occasion, we'll have patients that have a sensory stroke, which is just what we call paresthesias or numbness or an altered sensation on one side of the body.
Okay. And then there's arm weakness and then speech difficulty, slurred speech?
Yes, slurred speech and also what we would term expressive aphasia, meaning that the patients aren't able to say the words that they're trying to say.
And then obviously time is critical.
Time is critical, and that's one of the most important things that you can do is to activate 911 early, to get patients in early. Also, having a clear timeline of when the stroke occurred, oftentimes it's a very emotional time for the family, and getting a clear timeline for the caregiver is critical.
Okay. And there's more information on your website at powertoendstroke.org?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is.
And folks can go there, find out how to get healthy, and get more tips. Are there more tips on the website?
Yes, more tips,
as well?
and also Texas Health Resources. We have on our website ways to lead a healthy lifestyle.
All right, good stuff,
Plus
Doctor.
our daily challenge.
All right, Doctor. What a pleasure. Thanks so much for stopping by.
All right, thank you.
All righty, Dr. Glenn Hardesty with us this morning. And stay with us. We'll be right back with more 5 Talk Street.